God bless his soul.
My necklace.
Well, what's going on, folks? Welcome to tonight's episode of the Running Gun Podcast. I'm Jay Peeps. Ace will be on in a minute. And thank you so much to the Fang Exchange girls, Tasha and Ashley, for joining me tonight. So what's going on, guys?
Hey,
what's going
thank
on?
you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Anytime. You know, I had to do a little something to get y'all on here. You know, I've been over there twice, so I was like, you know, it's time to bring them on over here and everything. So, you know, what a better way to do it than, you know, with the Stanley Cup playoffs and then NBA playoffs and stuff going on too, and then plus SWAC baseball tournament just wrapped up. So I was like, hey, I gotta do something.
Yeah.
We
got a lot to talk about. We gotta chop it up.
It's all good. You know, hey, like I said, you know, I'm gonna guide y'all through. Ace will guide y'all through too, like through, you know, Stanley Cup, everything NHL. We'll guide y'all through all of that and get that taken care of. I'm gonna do my best to make y'all Lightning fans tonight, or at least convince y'all to watch a hockey game.
Well, listen. Hockey used to be in Tallahassee, so Tallahassee Tiger Sharks. Do you remember them?
I don't. I do not.
We were much younger.
I didn't know there was a team.
Pay attention. We had to be like middle, maybe elementary, somewhere. It was school age. Tallahassee used to have a pro hockey team, so I paid attention a little bit, but not enough probably.
I've been to a hockey game when I was like in elementary. You know how they give you the free
to get a free tickets?
Yes, in the little wheel, the little spin wheel. And so I've been, but it was very aggressive. Like people say football is aggressive. They ain't got nothing on hockey. Hockey is like, I'm like, oh my God, he has a bloody nose. Like,
and it's okay too. They let you get away with it. Hockey.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me. We got more we'll talk about as far as that hot topics, but as you know, let's go ahead and roll this intro. Hopefully Ace will get off his soapbox and he'll join us here in a few. But yeah, y'all get cozy. Pop open a cold one. Let's do it.
Hey, this is JP.
This is Ace.
This is Dalton.
And you are listening to
the Run and Gun Podcast.
Yeah, I know our intro is super long. I didn't create it.
I love it.
If y'all want to intro, we know a guy that we can get y'all in contact with. Our friend Dalton, he works on that. So
okay.
Yeah, I'll shoot you his information.
We definitely need to get on to that intro. We got a little outro, but we need to do an intro and
get us a little intro. Nice. Yeah.
Intro, become officially official.
Yeah, just let us know. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. So, SWAC baseball tournament. I assume we all watched that championship game.
I was there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Tell me about it. What was that like being inside of like an old Negro Leagues baseball stadium, like the oldest in Major League Baseball, actually.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what was that like?
So it was very historic. So from what I was told when I went there, they redid a lot of parts of it, but they kept a lot of it for the historic, factor. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of it was still the older, like there's like a museum type of thing there, and then like the way that the scoreboard and things are is still very like true to its original form. But of course they had to redo some things. But it was you could literally, I was telling my friend we were there that you could feel the history in the place. Like you could feel it. I don't know what it was, but it was something, it was like magnetic. Like it was really cool. It was dope.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, because I was looking at the broadcast and it was saying like the wall was initially like 475, I think, or 478. They brought it into 400 feet. Like that wall was like a solid concrete.
Yes.
They were saying like back in the day, if you played on that, you were thinking like if you're going for a ball, like
be careful.
You might just yeah.
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 What's up, Frank?
Hey.
Hello.
Definitely. Now I did not know that fact about them bringing it in. I can't imagine. So they brought it in from 478 to 400.
Yeah.
Which means that okay, quick Black History fact. I love to plug this in all the time. My great cousin, third cousin, it's my grandma's cousin, is Josh Gibson. So I'm baseball royalty, okay? I'm from Miami, so he played for the Homestead Grays in Miami. But anyway, so the you telling me that the Willie Mays and all of them, they were hitting when they hit home runs, it was almost 500.
Pretty much, yeah.
What's the standard? Is 400 a standard?
Ooh,
now, not back then.
That's a good question. Ooh, hold up. While I do that, bringing
because it seemed far what they were doing. So you telling me it was further than that?
What's the average?
I am. Hello, guys. I am not in my normal setup right now, so I am improvising with the hell out of this.
Hey, Ace.
Hey, Ace.
What is up, everybody? How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing
We're great. Wonderful.
Thanks for having us.
Let's see.
Pleasure to have y'all.
The average is around 400 feet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So they were hitting home runs in nearly 500 feet.
Damn.
That's insane.
They don't make them like they used to.
They don't. The kind of power that you needed.
This is before this is before steroids. This is before performance.
And before bats were really, you know what I'm saying?
So they were like,
it was a basic
heavy bats.
Yeah, all of that.
What's up?
I saw we're talking about the Bethune FAMU game, right? I was watching that. That thing was crazy.
Oh my God. It was so I was there. I was telling
sick to watch.
I was there. Man, it was so because I was a little late. And when I walked in, we were down 3-0. And it was like the third inning. And I was like, okay, we good. And it was this back and forth of like a very defensive, nobody was scoring. Then all of a sudden, and I was like, oh, we're gonna win this game. I told Ashley the last final hit, I was literally recording it because it's the bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Right. We're there. So I was literally recording it because I was like, this is about to be FAMU's moment. They're gonna catch the ball, it's gonna be our third out. I was recording it. When that ball went over that doggone wall.
Like,
I know.
First of all, the early parts of the game, it just looked like we were going to get beat 30-0, first of all. That's how bad it looked initially.
Yeah, we
like, they're going to beat the brakes off of us. And then, all of a sudden, they, got it together. Shoop. I don't know. They had it.
It was Shoop. Shoop came out on that field. He was calm and collected. You know how Shoop is. Yeah. But he came and talked to him. He talked to the pitcher. He was talking to the outfielders because we were playing with no hustle. Our outfielders were kind of just letting balls fly and no hustle. I'm sorry, Ashley. Go ahead. I'm traumatized. I'm still.
No, I'm just saying, it looked like we was gonna it wasn't gonna be a game worth watching after first the way we came out, but we got together and I got on the train okay, we can win this. We're going to win this.
That's what I was thinking after a while.
It was literally I was like, oh, we good. And then we started hitting these home runs, and it just looked like the momentum shifted for us. It was in our favor until the last.
Yeah.
No, know what it was?
Well, every time we would go out on defense, We weren't
No,
winning.
when we went up 7 points, it was 7-3.
Yep.
And that hustle that we got to get us those 7 runs,
Yeah,
it
we
just
gave
went
up like
away.
3 runs immediately.
Yes, literally, it went to like 7-6 in one inning,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay. And that doggone missed the shortstop that missed that double play that would have got the 2 outs.
Bingo.
But see,
yeah.
and you know what's funny? And with FAMU sports, even outside of baseball, like when you think about other sports that happened this past cycle, it's always like that one play that you could pick out. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, games should never come down to one play. Let's just be honest. If you don't win, you need to win. But when you go back and look, it's like the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It's always it definitely got that snatched you right on.
Y'all, I had a cowbell. I was obnoxious. Okay, I was obnoxious.
You know what that's like. I'm not gonna say it, but you know what that's a reminder of.
Obnoxious.
That football game we went to and got the brush snatched out of us at the end.
I was obnoxious. Do you understand me? I was loud and obnoxious because you couldn't tell me we were not about to win this game. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is over. This is over. But I will say this too. I'm gonna ask you this, JP. I know this is your show, but I just want your professional opinion. 2 things. Do you bring out a closer pitcher? And do you walk that guy that came up, the one that was the best hitter in the swag? So the guy, he was the best hitter in the swag, in the freaking conference. Do you walk him? And then do you bring out a closer since your pitcher has been pitching for 9 innings?
So
yes and yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was going. He gave you the straightforward answer. I was going to give you like.
I couldn't. I was like, you had this man pitching the whole time. The arm going to get tired.
Yeah,
and it's like you're saying, all right.
I think his arm was tired when he came out there. From the looks of.
I'm open.
No, it's basically saying you give Steph Curry a corner 3 with no one around him. Basically, when you give him a tired pitcher with the best hitter, that's basically what you're doing. You're giving Steph an open corner 3.
Yeah.
No closer. Been pitching, and he had just played yesterday.
You know, I would have brought someone else in.
I knew it was going to be a closer because I was thinking that he was going to change the pitcher because the pitcher had been warming up. I can't think of how many innings, but he had been warming up. And so I was like, well, you know what? He'll probably bring him in as a closer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool. Because BCU had went through like 4 pitchers. He was not playing. He changed the pitcher. You walk somebody, you're up out of there.
So I've seen some people, like some commentary, like when they changed so many pitchers, it almost was as if, oh, they're desperate, like they need to go to that 3rd or 2nd or 4th pitcher, but it worked in their favor in the end.
Yeah, because sometimes you want to get a guy that has good stuff, or basically something that like nobody's really seeing, because it's like once you again watching that tournament, and then of course here watching the Rays and stuff, it's like when you constantly go through a lineup over and over again, you start to see like their rotation of what they throw to the plate. So it's like, okay, he's throwing a changeup, he's throwing curveballs, he's throwing sliders. So after a while, you learn that. But man, you're throwing for that long.
When you bring up the Rays, man, like the Rays rotate a lot of pitchers in a game. They don't mess around. Like if like one pitcher losing momentum, swap. They don't mess around. Like that's like Kevin Cash. Like I have my issues on him, but he's a good manager, right? Like those type of decisions come down to who's in charge behind. That's not on the field.
Yeah, 100%. Because Cookman, their coach, was not playing. If you got in there and you were not hot, they finally got. I forgot his name, but he was number 32. He finally got in there. And he was hot. Like he messed up, it may have been a couple of balls, but then he got hot, and that was it. They left him in for the last 2 innings. But our pitcher was in there the whole entire game, and I'm like, you're not gonna put out a closer?
You got to bring someone in and get a change, because you need a fresh arm. You need to put some new juice into your defense, because at that point the bats had come alive. So I'm thinking to myself like, okay, at some point when you have victory in hand, and you're up at least 1 or 2 runs, you got to bring in a fresh arm. You got to end this thing. And then maybe,
close it out. Yeah.
Yeah. It's you playing Florida State in that Tallahassee regional instead of Bethune.
So 100%. That would have been, do you know how crazy that game would have been? Oh my God.
Old City would have came
home
out
game, Florida State, man.
FAMU and Florida State. Oh my God.
Old City would have came out.
God.
Nobody would have even cared about Northeast and Mississippi State playing.
The whole city would have come out.
Nobody.
And it would have been a great homegoing opportunity for Shoop to go home for
Well,
FAMU is home, but that was his first home. That just was it had the perfect storyline. It had it played out that way.
So do you walk the pitcher? I know Ace already said, I mean, not walk the pitcher, but do you walk that hitter? Ace said yes.
Truthfully, in my mind, because before he even came to the plate, we all know the play at shortstop that should have been a double play.
The game, yes.
Yeah, so like realistically, he should never even gotten a chance to get to an at bat, if you ask me. But the fact that he did, if you take out that lead runner and then you bring him to the plate, let's see, you're working with 2 outs at that point. You can walk him. You can give him an intentional walk, I would say, and then
I would have, because we got a runner on first and second. No runner on third, of course. You run on first and second. You up is 9-8. You got 2 outs. You got the best hitter in the SWAC come up. I'm walking him. I'm not even playing with him.
Yeah.
I'm not even playing with him at all. I'd rather my bases be loaded and I take my chance than to play with the best hitter in the SWAC and a home run, walk-off home run.
And then the thing was, they had already proven, I think, in 2 games that they could get out of a bases loaded situation too. They'd proven it against and against Bethune.
That game.
Wait, Ace. I thought Ace had something to say.
Oh no, I was gonna say I would have walked him, but also that was if you didn't switch to pitcher. Like if you switch to pitcher, I wouldn't have ducked the smoke on that one. Like if you beat him, then you make it you can't hear nothing on the other side, even if you're trying to win, because I think it goes to bases loaded after that, right? If you walk, So instead of risking that part, you would have at least had a different pitcher, and you're giving yourself, instead of a 20% chance of knocking him out, striking him out, you're going way higher odds, and also reducing the chance of a bases loaded grand slam type situation, even double hit wise.
So you're saying if you change the pitcher that you wouldn't have walked him?
I would have not intentionally walked him. I would have still went full on him. Give him a couple of slide. How do I say this?
You're gonna
give him the balls, but I would have tossed up a couple once to make him think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you give yourself the opportunity for a strike out.
Keep it close.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kid played FSU in the regular season ever. Didn't we play them? No, Bethune-Cookman played them.
Bethune definitely played them and played them close too.
They did.
They played. They lost. It was 9-7
by a couple points. Yeah, it was 2 points.
Maybe it was softball that plays them.
I think softball we played them because I think baseball. I think we played Mercer. Yeah, I think we played Mercer and
Yeah, they played each other in softball.
Yeah.
I don't think they played.
I don't think they played in baseball. Bethune did and held them really close.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Bethune might get them.
Both teams improved. You get to the tournament. That means you've improved. It was the beginning of the season game, but I'm wondering will Bethune really give them a game?
Bethune is a solid team. That's a solid team.
They might give them a good game. Honestly, I was talking with Allison, and Allison was saying too, that Northeast team is the one that might win that regional if nobody's careful. Because apparently they've only lost 9 games this year, and they're I think they've won an insane amount of games, 40 something I thought. But that's the team to watch in that region. But as far as Bethune giving Florida State a good game, I think they'll give them a good game. Because they beat USF too earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken. So,
and the score was 9-7.
I'll add this for the table here. I would say this: all fam you got to do is win by 50 or 40 come November time. No one's gonna remember this anyway.
Hey, that's what I said. That's what I said.
Correct.
we can't wait to get to Camping World. We cannot wait.
Listen.
They were on their high horse.
Now we really owe them too. We owe them anyway.
We owe them big time. Oh
they should have won by 30 plus last year. But again,
literally, we're not gonna go there.
So let me ask y'all this now. before I go to the next one. What are the expectations for 2026 for FAMU baseball? Because essentially, this past year was a rebuild, according to Shoot.
Right.
So, what are the expectations?
I expect them, of course, to build on this year, especially like we said, young team rebuild type year. Shoot was talking as if he didn't expect to even be this far from the beginning of the season, and then it kind of probably was like, oh, okay, we can do something. So I kind of think that I agree with that. We need to get some better pitching. I think that we'll see growth, obviously, because usually you see growth from one year to the next, especially with young players. They improve, and I'm hopeful that like the portal won't hurt us, because I don't believe it really does hurt baseball. You know, sometimes you have a good year and athletes want to go test the waters other places. I think Shoot does a great job of recruiting, and he also does a great job of developing. He's just a great all around coach. And I just see the improvement, like stack on this. And we got the championship game down to the last a walk-off home run, which means that we can really move the needle and get back to championship.
Now, I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say like, the one thing I will say that works in college baseball's favor versus college football and other sports regarding the portal and NIL, or essentially this pay-for-play era that we're in now with these higher up, is the fact that Major League Baseball, there's no salary cap there, so any contract you get from that level in baseball, there ain't a booster or any NIL thing, anybody out there that can match, what you're gonna get from
MLB,
Because I mean, you look at the contracts. I mean, Bobby Bonilla is still getting paid every October or something or every February. No, was it May? I'm naming months now. But I mean, he's getting paid every year now till like 2030 something. So I mean, I think they'll be fine as far as like retaining guys and bringing guys in. Yeah. So I don't think they'll be hurt by that.
I don't think I've heard us ever lose players outside of graduation, for the most part. Baseball.
Yeah. I think that also too, I want to add not just the players being young, but a lot of our assistants outside of Shoot, and I forgot the other coach, a lot of them are young as well. And so I think that also plays into just some of the decision making and how you are really able to develop them, because a lot of them are like assistants that are like fresh out of college, which is fine. I love young coaches. But also, too, there's a certain experience that comes with coaches that have been around a little bit. And, of course, just that pitching. More consistency in the pitching, I think. Right. But I believe in Shoot. Shoot is the GOAT. I don't care what nobody says. Say whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I love Shoot. I'm happy that he's here to stay. He's acknowledged.
He's going to retire here.
He already retire. He's already said he was retired here. And I told Tashay before, like, I love that even though he's on the back end of his coaching career, that he still recruits and coaches as if he has something to prove. Because to me, Shoot doesn't have anything else to prove as far as his ability to coach. You can't deny that. So he's still hungry like a young coach who needs to come in and prove that they're worth their job.
I agree. Now there is one other thing here too, and I will say this, that we're going to tell facts on this show, unlike other outlets. We're not going to lie. So I'm going to ask the next question. Is there another quarterback on the way?
To FAMU? Are we talking about at FAMU?
What do you mean? Like,
hey, look.
Yeah, he's on my FAMU with the.
I'm just throwing something out there in the air.
Are you referring to? You mean one that hasn't been announced? You mean?
Maybe, yeah, possibly.
Maybe not. You never know. There's stuff like this, just show up on a random Tuesday and say, we're coming to FAMU, another body in the camp building. You never know. That kind of stuff happens,
Wednesday,
Glasses,
I see your days in the work week. We got 2 more days in the work week.
Yeah.
We got 2 more days in the actual week. I think you could just kind of like just give it the rest of the week.
There might be something to look at. We just never know.
Oh yeah. No, there's definitely something. There's gonna be something there to look at. For sure. Just take them by surprise. But cool. Hey,
Yeah.
Glasses, I saw your comment. I'm not gonna put it up on here on the screen. I'm not gonna give everybody else the satisfaction of knowing. But
I mean, it's no secret that there will be a new QB1 because last year's QB1 had graduated.
Not there no more, and he's not very. So, he was not very good anyway.
There's a full on competition going, and the room has been flipped. We do know the QB room has totally flipped to what we've seen last year and even years in the past. So it'll be a nice competition of how things will go rolling into the fall camp.
And I will say this. Who people think is the obvious number one is not the obvious number one. It's not the number one. So who everybody is spectating and saying
it's not
who everybody thinks to be number one is not as at least as of today. That's not who it is.
All I can say for certainty is the quarterback 2 from last year is definitely not going to be quarterback 1 this year.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, yep. He'll and that's exactly the whole point of the room being flipped. So I mean, most people will make assumptions. You see all these podcasts.
No, he's in the portal. He's in the portal.
Yeah. So the room
about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a guarantee. He ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, he's not even. We don't have to worry. He's not even. He's not a. He's not one of those charging. Linebackers of Florida A&M.
So that storyline, that's always the storyline seems to be yearly. You got to find a new storyline, huh?
Yeah, because it's not him anymore. And like I said, it's not who y'all think it is. So I'm not even talking about him. It's not who
Peeps know I'm so happy with that. He's not there no more.
I'm so exactly.
I'm keeping my mouth off of that.
Hey. all we know is that it's a guy from a place with a face and a name. And
he got a face and name.
Exactly. He's got 2 legs. He's got 2 arms.
He's got 2 legs and 2 arms.
And a head.
I tell you that. And a head. He's got 2 arms, 2 hands, and a head. I can give you that.
And 2 feet.
I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know who it'd be until the weekend of game.
If it was up to Ashley,
if it was up to me, we wouldn't be announcing nothing. I'm not telling y'all nothing. Catch us at the first game. You won't know what we're doing. That's me.
There you go.
Can I say this, Ashley? Can we say that we do? Ashley does the graphics. She don't even want to put anybody out there. Okay, nobody. She's like, I don't understand why we have that in there.
I don't want to because we know people. Of course, people are watching. We've been a highly contender. So of course we're one of the schools to watch. So I'm just like, don't give them any ammo. Like you want to see your watchers on game 1 and
but these kids, they love the attention.
But we're in a generation where they love the recognition, the acknowledgement, and stuff. So
welcome to the family.
Play it right.
Yeah,
they love it.
They like ego stroking.
They love it. They love to be courted. They're princesses. No shade, y'all. We love y'all, but I'm just saying they love to be courted.
All right, let me go ahead and pose this one now because there's been speculation of a possible trade, but also a possible signing that has not.
Trash and trash, not going to change nothing. Still finishing 4th in division, no matter who it is.
I agree with.
Oh my God!
So here we go.
I already knew what was coming. I knew what he was going to say, and I already gave my answer.
I knew it.
What do they do?
So what is it with the Steelers and these quarterbacks, like these older quarterbacks?
All right. So Mike Tomlin's got an ego. Let's get that straight up out of the way. We already know that. We saw that with the handling of Justin Fields last year.
Yeah.
He has to milk the ego a little bit, Passing on Shedeur was because they didn't want to deal with Dion. We already know that. Kirk Cousins, the only reason he's in conversations is because Kirk was a quarterback when Arthur Smith wanted him. And we know Arthur Smith didn't want him, but Falcons tie, so they try to force that conversation there. And we know kind of fits that scheme. They already passed on Shedeur. They got Will Howard. He's not going to do much anyway. So if Shedeur wins the job in Cleveland and beats Pittsburgh 2 times, I don't even know if Tom's going to be there next year, win season or not.
Yeah, for me,
if Shedeur hits, it's the ultimate indictment on if Justin Fields has a good season and Shedeur wins a job in Cleveland, it's the ultimate indictment on Mike Tomlin at that point.
How likely is that though? I know that Shedeur is doing. They're saying he's doing well. I'm hearing that he's doing well in camp. I'm hearing that he's, his especially, whatever. I'm hearing he's doing well. But how likely do you think he is to get QB1?
He'll be QB1. As long as he makes a team by week 1, he's gonna win that job by week 5.
That's what we've both been saying over here. Yeah, I think that he'll win that job.
I always thought maybe he ended up being like maybe QB2. But
I think he starts the year at QB2. I think Joe Flacco starts the year no matter what, and I think he takes the job because Flacco's going to start hot first 2 weeks, and it'll fizzle out as it progresses because he's like ancient Big Ben tower.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then because like who have they had taking like QB1 reps so far? I forget who it was. Kenny Pickett.
Joe Flacco.
It was what's his name?
Gabriel.
Yeah.
They've been giving them
Dylan Gabriel. Dylan.
Which I think is
absolutely
insane.
Asinine.
Because
I think the players have. I think like Myles Garrett already made it clear he kind of likes Shedeur already. David Njoku likes Shedeur. Is kind of the locker room is going to gravitate towards Shedeur.
Yeah.
And once you do that, it's going to be hard to stop. As long as he performs the way we like us here expect him to.
Yeah,
I think it's wraps by week 5 minimum. He starts.
So are they going to?
Because I think his
put
talent
aside though. Are they going to put Eagles aside?
That's a key part right there.
Because
I think
he's there because of egos and all the things.
Pretty much.
I just don't want to see happen to him what they did to Johnny Manziel because watching the Manziel interview with Shannon Sharp.
I would say this though, JP's before you continue on that. Manziel didn't have a work ethic, proper work ethic.
Like Shedeur. Yep.
That's true.
Exactly. Yeah.
Facts.
That's
like Shedeur has like he has like his own type of aura around him, like his own gravitational vibes that aren't the exact same to what Manziel was. Manziel was more of a party guy. Like Shedeur, he liked his music and his watches and all that, but he was never like you never see him partying like crazy like how Manziel was.
Yeah,
that's true.
He was a dud.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it like that, but he was not what was hyped up. But so how likely? I have another question. How likely do you think they are to trade him?
Shedeur?
Trade him.
It depends on what happens to the season. Like Miami, I can see Miami. If like Tua got hurt training camp, Miami's a team I can see it.
Ooh, that's a destination to have for somebody else.
I thought Miami is my team. Miami is my team, and I know that they opened the bag up for Tua, which I'm still upset. I don't get it, but I thought that he should have gone before they did what they did. But I thought that he should have gone to Miami. I thought he would have been a good fit with our little quirky coach. I thought that they would have been a match.
Cocaine Daniels?
Made in heaven. Leave my coach alone, Ace. Leave my coach alone.
I'm sorry.
Oh man, but yes, I thought with the offensive line, and I just thought it would have been a good, fit for him. But once they open that bag for Tua, and Tua's going to be hurt. Hopefully, he makes it through camp. He's paper mache. The man is paper mache. It's ridiculous.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe. If depending on how this goes, because honestly, I thought, after the draft, this Aaron Rodgers thing would have been signed, sealed, and delivered for Pittsburgh. But now you see Kirk Cousins coming into the fold and being mentioned. I'm thinking if the Steelers do go Aaron Rodgers, if I'm the Falcons, I'm negotiating some type of trade for Kirk Cousins down to Miami.
I'm gonna add this one here for y'all to think about too, right? So. Let's say Shedeur wins a job week 5, and let's say Cleveland started off 0-4, right? They're already down 4 games into the season. He plays well, but they still end up with let's say 7-10 record, and Jacksonville also ends up with let's say a 6-11 or 7-10 record too. Like they fail to meet expectations. Remember, Jacksonville has their pick going to Cleveland anyway. Cleveland's gonna have 2 first-round picks. This quarterback class is expected to be very deep. Let's just say, even though I don't really think Arch is coming out, they still have a lot of. There's still some good guys in that class. If Cleveland really likes one of the quarterbacks in here, I could see Shedeur getting traded, even if playing well, to a team that's like, okay, we already figured out Deion's the off the field issues concern. They say issues, but it's really just
the daddy.
Your
They just don't want to deal with the dad. Yeah.
Exactly. If Deion doesn't say nothing this whole entire season, Shedeur will be fine. And if he plays well, I'm sure a team is going to trade for him. It'll probably be an NFC team, though. I don't think that how Justin Fields got dealt because the Bears had Caleb. I can see that happening too with Shedeur.
I think that regardless, I think one of them between Dylan or Shedeur that they'll because you have, first of all, I don't think that Dylan should have went before Shedeur. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I think that's a little insurance kind of for Cleveland because I think that one of them goes anyway, that there's a trade that happens. You don't have a reason to keep Flacco, Dylan, and Shedeur on the team.
I think Shedeur was an ownership pick too. Jimmy Haslam wanted him more too.
Yeah. I think they saw the marketability and the dollars that come with jersey sales, ticket sales, views, television. So I mean, it was a good business decision in that manner. From ownership and based on the way they looked in the in the war room when they picked him, I don't know if the people actually in the war room were not thrilled. Didn't appear to be thrilled to me.
They didn't want the circus.
It looked like their hand was forced to make the decision.
Absolutely.
And it might play out to be the best thing for them.
I think so too. Because I think I'm gonna tell you this. I think that Deion even learned his lesson in this. He was humbled in this situation, and I think that it was horrible the way it played out. But I think it was just a matter of him even saying no, this is the NFL is still our thing. And we, because essentially if Shedeur goes 5th round, kind of like Shiloh was saying, you got 2 sons you're trying to get into this league, and we don't have to take neither one of them. Okay, well, we ain't gonna take the best of the 2.
I mean, you could say the draft position things too, 1/5. I mean, both got their foot in the door, and once you get your foot in the door, all you gotta do is take that opportunity and run with it too.
Yeah.
And then once that second contract hits, it doesn't really matter about the first one.
Literally.
They did. They look so unhappy.
Now I will say the smart thing that I think Shiloh did was, he was
got an agent.
Yeah, he got an agent. Drew Rosenhaus, I believe. He was like, I'm done with my dad being my agent.
I think first of all, saved Shiloh. I don't know what would happen with Shiloh otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think he would.
Might have been just a mini camp invite.
Yeah,
I think he would have got a UDFA, but it wouldn't have been
the money level he got with Tampa.
No.
Yeah, which I mean, I'm happy that he's here now.
It's kind of hard to say this. I'm going to be real. It's kind of hard to say this because we literally just saw Jalen win a Super Bowl. If you want to say he's Oklahoma, fine, but it's kind of hard to say he wasn't Alabama.
Yeah. Okay.
And Bryce, I'm not going to write Bryce off just yet. Mac Jones written off, Tua kind of written off already, but Bryce I haven't written off yet.
I will say as far as that comment goes, I will say the one that I will die on this hill by myself if I have to. The only one that never got a fair shot with the NFL was AJ McCarron. I thought he would have been so good in the NFL, but I don't think he got a fair shot because he was back.
Cincinnati ruined him.
Yes, he almost won a playoff game.
And speaking of Cincinnati, I mean, y'all see the nonsense they're doing with Shamar Stewart, I believe his name is.
Wait, no, what are they doing?
They haven't signed him, and he's asking for is just the proper money, and Cincinnati's lowballing the hell out of him, so he hasn't practiced at all. And he desperately needs practice because he was high in pressures, but he didn't sack anybody really. So he still has fine tuning to do. So he needs to practice, and they just won't pay him because they're lowballing him and they lowballing Trey Hendrickson. So Cincinnati's still being Cincinnati in that regard of being cheap with people. So
I thought they were going to trade him, Hendrickson.
No, they haven't done it yet. So
interesting. All right. Well, let's go ahead and swing on over to talk a little bit of college football over here. So we got a new playoff format. We're good on time. Wow, this is Ace. We might might get under an hour tonight, Ace. I'm surprised at this, but yeah. So we have a new playoff format. Also, too, we mentioned it 2 weeks ago. What's up, Ashton? Game times have been set for week 1. As you can see, a lot of the times they're coming across the bottom ticker. No time slot yet for that Orange Blossom Classic game yet, though. Surprisingly, I'm curious.
Please let it be when it's not the hottest part of the day.
It's gonna be 3 o'clock. It's gonna be 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
I saw they have a USF Boise State at like 4 o'clock, and I'm like
5:30
on a Thursday, and I'm like that is like the most random date.
Somebody saying like 12 for the OBC, and I'm like, no way.
No, God, please no. Oh my God. Oh God, please.
12 o'clock for Miami would be terrible.
They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. That game is probably gonna be at about 3 o'clock, like normal. Yeah, I wish they would make it for 7 or 6. Because if on that visiting side, I still call it Pro Player, but in a Hard Rock Stadium, that visitor side, you melt.
You do.
Melt. I think we're home, right?
Are we home?
We're home. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you want to talk about going out there getting a sunburn?
Listen, I said the last time we were visitors was when we got beat by 56 points. I sat out there burning up, watching them not get across the 50. It was a lot that year. It was just a lot.
Yeah. I made the mistake of having one too many adult beverages that day before sitting out there.
Oh, gosh.
I'm talking about a headache.
That couldn't have been good.
A headache, dizzy, and pissed off.
Yeah.
Bad combination, right?
We're looking at the old playoff format?
Yeah, so this is the old playoff format. And then so what happens here now is like you had all the conference champions out of the Power 4. So you had Oregon there at 1, they won the Big Ten. You had Boise there, they won the at-large. Georgia won the SEC. Arizona State. Oh wow! Wait, okay, my bad. I got that flipped. Arizona State, I think they had like the best remaining record.
Arizona State won the Big 12.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're right. My bad. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they won the Big 12. So you had 1, 2, 9, and 12 essentially all advancing to the quarterfinals, getting byes. And then you come to the new format. This is how it would have been with just 1 through 4. And then you would have had Notre Dame hosting Clemson, which I think that would have been a good game. And then Indiana would have hosted Boise State. I think that would have been a good game too. Arizona State and Ohio State, I think Ohio State would have ran away with that.
You think Notre Dame and Clemson would have been a good game?
I think so.
I could have seen that would have been a sneaky game. Yeah, that would have been a sneaky game.
It's because they know each other so well because they played each other so many times. So
also for Clemson, they kind of ran into just bad seeding too because they played, I believe. Go back down. I'm pretty sure who did they play last? I know they got a bad matchup in the first round. Go back down a little bit. Oh, it's Texas. Yeah, they were going bar for bar for Texas. I'm like, yeah, and the firepower ran out at the end. And their defense, they're more better defensively than they were offensively this year. And I feel like if they had Notre Dame, that game would have been a defensive slugfest in the offense.
Game.
Yeah.
And they would have been better suited for that game than a game against a shootout like how it ended up being with Texas.
I still got Notre Dame.
I have a question. Do you all think that Indiana is good enough to make the playoffs again next year, or was this like a fluke? Having such a great year this year.
It's gonna be hard to replicate.
Notre Dame ain't gonna be the same next year.
I don't think. I don't think Indiana can run it back.
Indiana's not running it back. Boise State's not gonna be back. SMU might not be back in there.
Notre Dame falls off.
Possibly.
I would say I don't think Notre Dame's gonna be a top 5 team this year. I think it's more like I can see them being in like an 8 to 13 range.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I do think Michigan will probably be better. Yeah, I think Michigan will be a lot better because I was at the ReliaQuest Bowl when they played Alabama, and they displayed, why they were so strong at the end stretch there. Beating Ohio State and then beating Michigan. Ohio State, then beating Alabama. Like you kind of saw why. Like they have a lot of momentum coming into this year. Like they're tough. They're gritty.
Think Bryce Underwood starting.
I believe
or
so.
they have not confirmed he is going to be starting week 1.
Possibly.
UGA winning it all this year.
Oh my God! No, it's not happening.
That wouldn't shock me. That wouldn't shock me though.
It would shock me.
I don't see Georgia winning it all this year.
Me either. I don't see that.
Nah, I wouldn't be shocked either if you see the return of Alabama, Texas. It wouldn't shock me if Texas won it all.
I'm not
Texas
very high on Alabama either.
I'm high on Texas. I can see Texas, but Bama. I think Bama got like 1 or 2 more years. They got to build it back up. Like I'm
not sold on Ty Simpson. I don't think he's that good anyway. Ohio State. I'm not sold on that quarterback issues they have there. I think Oregon might be good.
Say again?
Yeah.
Manning is Texas QB this year, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like Texas.
I think Texas in there. I'm not a big fan of Ohio State. I think South Carolina might be up in there.
What y'all think of? What about Raiola over there with Nebraska?
Want to be Patrick Mahomes?
Mr. Raiola.
I mean, he's all right, but I mean, it's the guys around him.
Nebraska.
Yeah, if this were the '90s, I'd be like, oh yeah, Nebraska's they're shooing, but it's a crowded field in the Big Ten. It's you got Oregon to worry about because Oregon they lose people, but somehow they always still find.
Oregon spends money. They got the Nike money. They got a bunch of guys. I'm big on Dante Moore.
Penn State
should be good.
They might have the best uniforms. They might have the best uniforms in Power 4. Like no.
They always got them slick uniforms.
It's not gonna be a might. It's definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see. Like Oregon, Penn State's gonna be there. Michigan, I expect to be there. So those are
Ohio State will be there.
Yeah, Ohio State.
I don't think Ohio State's championship contender, but they'll be playoff contenders.
Yeah.
You got Iowa State wasn't bad.
Yeah, they were just on the outside.
Yeah, Iowa State lost a couple guys though.
So no Florida teams are worth talking about.
Everybody's showing love to UF and saying Florida's gonna do it and get into this. I think everybody's just on a high.
I mean, we know it's not Florida State, but
yeah, definitely not Miami. I don't think it's gonna be Miami. I don't think it's gonna be Florida State. It's not gonna be USF.
I'm out.
Didn't Miami just get a QB
flag
out of the portal?
Not too much on Miami. And I know that I don't understand why they did that. I still,
Hey, Carson Beck would have been a first-round pick if he came out this year, man. Oh my God! Like he would have. I would have said, okay, him over Shuck would have been better for the Saints, but Jesus,
I'm not. Carson Beck is the reason they almost lost to
his shoulder blew up. Though I'll give him that. His shoulder did blow
up. He's not. I'm not impressed with him. I'm not
impressed with him, but he's better than Tyler Shuck was.
That's fair.
Well, that don't take. I'm better than Tyler Shuck.
Now, I mean, he's got a heck of a test week 1. Sunday Sunday night against Notre Dame. So we'll see just how good he is.
He won't be playing game 3. He will not be the starter. Guaranteed.
I don't know who else they got though.
Game 3.
Yeah, I don't know who else they have behind him.
What's the other guy? Oh my gosh, the guy that was there last year. What's his name? I can see him.
Right?
No, in the Saints.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, who are we talking about? The Saints or Miami?
No, we talking about the Saints. Tyler Shuck. You talking about Tyler Shuck?
No, I thought we were talking about Carson Beck now. For the Saints, Rattler, I already saw him throwing hospital balls to Olave in a video yesterday. I'm already done with him too because he got Olave the first concussion this year before Derek Carr sent him back to the hospital.
Who we talking? Who?
Rattler.
Spencer, is it Spencer Rattler?
Yeah, Spencer Rattler. Yeah,
that's gonna be playing.
Both of them trash.
Yeah, I don't know who.
Jake Haener is even more trash though, so it's all good.
Oh my goodness.
Who is behind Carson Beck?
So from looking at it right here, you have Luke Nickel, Emory Williams, and Judd Anderson are all the QBs.
So
nobody's cool.
Yeah.
So nobody.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they spend the money.
They doing the Willie Simmons thing. They living and dying on QB1.
Yeah. And from what it looks like, Emory Williams, who's a sophomore and the next most experienced guy in the room, is probably going to be QB2.
I was going to say, I think I saw something about Emory Williams. Yeah.
They better pray Carson Beck stays healthy, because if not,
healthy. They out of gas.
But is that what they did last year with Cam Ward? Who was behind Cam Ward?
I don't think they had anybody behind Cam Ward.
They didn't have nobody. They didn't have nobody.
The issue with Miami last year wasn't the quarterback position. It was that defense could not stop
the defense was that was the worst secondary I've seen since the Lions in, what was it, 2010? That was the worst defense I've seen since
the 2014 Saints. 2014 Saints were the worst.
That secondary was so bad. Oh my God, that was the worst secondary. I've never seen corners so bad in my life. Horrible.
Wait, here we go. Wait, Ace, this one's for you. Who's Bam's kid? I think it is Ty Simpson, isn't it?
It is Ty Simpson. He's not good. My boy Drake is trying to sell me all he want. Ty Simpson is not good, bro.
Hey, look.
Hey, who do you like? What QB do you like? Because
Sellers, Dante Moore. Who else I got? I have a whole list.
It's very high on Dante Moore from Oregon to be a
I will pull my list if my phone doesn't die in the next 2 minutes. I have my 5%. Give me a second. Let me see if I can speed run this. I have it on my one of my accounts here. I have a whole list for 2026 quarterbacks. Give me a second. I'll pull it up. Y'all keep talking.
He's already started his mock draft for the Saints for next year of all these quarterbacks that are playing this year.
They're gonna still pick the wrong one, Ace. The Saints still gonna pick the wrong one. It's gonna be 20,
all right. Yeah. So I like Sellers. I like Dante Moore. I like Sam Levitt from Arizona State. Cade Klubnik is not bad. Nussmeier is not bad. Arch Manning he's got to sell me a little bit more. No pun intended with Norris Sellers. There was Sellers. It's basically Sellers, Moore, Levitt, and Klubnik for next year mainly.
Who has the first pick next year?
Oh,
probably the Saints.
You think they're gonna lose that many?
They probably won't. They probably be picking like 6 or 7.
They'll win a couple games they're not supposed to win.
So who we think is gonna have that first pick? Who you got? Based off of
Browns.
Based off of select. No.
Dare I say Miami?
Miami.
If Tua does what I think he'll do, I agree.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I can see Miami. All right, let me run through the teams in my head. Miami, I can see it. Giants.
All you do is
I can also see the Giants. Oh yeah, let's go to hot tub. I don't care. Miami, okay. Giants. Who else? NFC West. I don't think Arizona's that bad. Nobody in the NFC West will be number one pick worthy. NFC East probably one of the Giants. NFC North, nobody in the NFC North, unless injuries take out like the Packers or Vikings or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Going through the South, it'll probably be the Saints, Falcons. I don't think the Falcons will be that bad, or the Panthers.
No, I don't.
Bucks are winning that division. AFC West, maybe the Raiders because of the division being so good. Otherwise, AFC North, Steelers. I don't think Steelers will be that bad. The defense too good, even though I think they finished worse. They will be the last in the division, but they won't be the worst team unless Cleveland. Cleveland's it up. Then Cleveland can win the first pick. AFC South, I can see the Titans and I can see the Colts. Either one of them.
Colts.
Yeah,
I mean, I trust Anthony Richardson. It's something about him that you can't trust.
Yeah. Someone shared a photo of him saying like, "Oh my gosh, look at how much muscle he's put on. Look how big he's gotten. He looks in such good shape."
The Colts is a team I can see it.
He's like
the Colts for sure are one of those teams I can see it. they just lost their owner too, so you never know how that ends up going for them. They might I think the daughters are taking over that team, so
yeah, they are.
If they don't like certain guys, they could trade them out or change complete ownership. Like not ownership, like management, like GM coaching, like just complete overhaul to what they want. You never know how that goes with new ownership there. The Jaguars might stink, but I doubt it unless Trevor Lawrence gets hurt. Because if Trevor gets hurt, that team might fall apart. But going through like the AFC East, we already said the Dolphins. I can also see like the Jets, but I doubt the Jets. I really hope it's not the Jets, and I can see maybe the Patriots, but I doubt it's them either. Stephon Diggs. I mean, if y'all want to talk about him, he's busy with who knows who with Cardi B and making Offset look good.
Right, Lord, on the boat, on the yacht.
Well, technically, Offset was doing things behind the back. Stephon Diggs is doing it in the presence of. So
yes.
Can't be mad at
it. Can't be mad at.
Are y'all on this? So are y'all on the Commanders train, like the people are saying?
I think they're going to win the division. I
think the Commanders.
So you got the Commanders and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Ooh, in the Super Bowl, whoa. That too soon for me to say who will be in it and who won't.
I don't think the Chiefs make the Super Bowl next year.
I'm leaning towards that as well, but I don't think that
generally the team that loses the Super Bowl doesn't go back and win it the next year. I think Chiefs don't win it next year. I think you'll see either Baltimore, Cincinnati, or Buffalo in the Super Bowl next year, and they win it.
The Ravens?
I am praying it's the Ravens. Lamar needs one. Otherwise, it's going to get on him. And he might have to leave. If Baltimore doesn't get it done next year, he got to go. Gotta go. Like, he has to say, I want to go to a different team kind of thing. Because I don't think it will happen in Baltimore at that point. If they don't do it next year. Because you'll get every team that's lost the Super Bowl, they generally don't go back and be in the Super Bowl the next year. Like, I think Kansas City loses in the AFC Championship game to one of those three teams.
Okay.
All right, so now we get to Ace Beat to baptize these two into the world of hockey. So the first thing we'll do is
them conference finals stink for both NBA and NHL. My phone's dead, but whatever. I won't even give you score updates. Last I checked, it was 1-0 Hurricanes, but that Eastern Conference final is terrible. Western Conference Finals stink just as much.
So there's one stat that came out Monday night after the Hurricanes beat the Florida Panthers down in Sunrise. Monday night was Carolina's first Eastern Conference Final win.
Yeah, that's pathetic.
2006. Yes.
Carolina. How do I explain this about Carolina Hurricanes? Right, Carolina. They've had their years where they were good, but in the 21st century, the Carolina Hurricanes are kind of like, they're not the Dallas Cowboys. The Toronto Maple Leafs are the Dallas Cowboys, but they're kind of like the Philadelphia 76ers with Embiid. The Embiid era 76ers where, they're always good in the regular season. They get to the playoffs. Like, they generally will make the divisional round or the final round, the semifinals, but they're not winning nothing.
It's the name. It's the name. Carolina Hurricanes.
Like, why
would
they shouldn't be the Hurricanes?
They should not be the Hurricanes.
Like, Hurricanes not even associated with good things. Like,
if they change their name, they're gonna win it. Whoever listen to me. Change your mascot. Change.
Like, there's nothing that makes sense about it being a hurricane in Carolina.
Yeah,
and there will be Raleigh too, which makes even less sense. Like, Raleigh doesn't get hurricanes. Like,
now, here's the other fact.
Change your name.
Teams that are down
Carolina Tornadoes
are 0-48 all time in the Stanley Cup.
Carolina Horsemen.
Carolina Horsemen.
Yeah, they're done anyway.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say this right now. Florida's going back to back, and I hate saying it. I hate Florida, but they're going back to back because even when Edmonton wins tomorrow, they're screwed because their third best player is out for the rest of the season.
Put that stat back up, please.
0-48. Yeah. It doesn't happen in hockey. It's like really hard to win 4 straight in hockey because it's way more physical than the NBA.
Yeah, it's like what we were talking about earlier before we started. How because it took me probably until I want to say COVID and because I was sitting in this room, kid you not, like until Ace will tell you it was like what till 3 a.m. watching a hockey game. It was like 6 overtimes between the Lightning and somebody. Five overtimes between the Lightning and somebody. Just going back and forth inside that bubble up in what was it, Toronto?
Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yeah, it was. They were playing the Columbus Blue Jackets. They were up in like the NHL bubble and just back and forth, 5 overtimes. And they finally won. And I was like, okay, I can go to sleep now.
Horrible names in hockey. Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just not going. It's just not working out.
I get hung up on the details. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Like the Lightning have a good name. Maple Leafs are fine. Penguins are fine.
The Panthers
are Bears.
Yeah,
Panthers are fine. You have like the Vancouver Canucks, which is like Canucks is apparently an insulting term for a Canadian, but yet they have a team called that. Like that makes sense. Like look it up. I'm dead serious. Look it up right now. Look up what Canuck means. I'm dead serious. Look it up. I'm serious. It's like an insult to Canadians.
Wait, let me look this up.
Canucks.
What does Canuck?
Carolina Hurricanes. Columbus Blue. The names are it's the name.
Oh, it's a derogatory.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
it's derogatory. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's an offensive name, but they have a team name like.
It's the
like
name.
Seattle got a good name. The Kraken is a good name for Seattle.
That is
Vegas
Seattle.
What?
Like,
the Kraken.
Kraken.
What is a Kraken?
You never seen Pirates of the Caribbean? Like
yeah,
the second one, the big like giant like squid thing that comes out of the water.
It's a giant squid basically from like the deep ocean.
No,
y'all never seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
We country girls.
We are.
Crackling is.
I'll say Cracklin's head is a top. That's what I was gonna say.
Hold up.
We country girls.
Probably that's my mind. I'm like Cracklins. Like
what movie was it?
Fred.
What was it?
I told. Didn't we?
Yeah, there we go.
Didn't we tell you?
Creature,
yeah. Like we were thinking the same thing.
Don't worry,
Oh,
Utah got the mammoth now. It's called the Utah Mammoth. I'm like,
yeah, the Utah Mammoth is another
the
name.
Mammoth. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like
apparently Utah got mammoths.
Clearly uncultured to hockey, but like I can tell you.
No, that's new. That just came out like a month ago. That didn't came out a month ago.
Mammoth, man, that's not. They don't even float off your tongue. Like you can't even cheer for them. Let's go, Mammoths!
Yeah, no,
it's almost like
really can't.
Like calling like a sloth, like the Utah sloth.
Let's go, sloth! Let's go.
Well, I mean, the NBA is not better because like it's the LA Lakers, but yet there's no lakes in LA because they took it from Minnesota.
Off your tongue, LA Lakers.
Yeah,
it does roll. It does roll.
It rolls off your, not the Utah Mammoths. Let's go, Utah Mammoths. It's 6,000 syllables. Let's go, Utah Mammoths. It's too much. It's too much. I don't like
They should have won with the Outlaws. The Outlaws was
That's a good one. That would have been a good one.
Look how we done took y'all all off topic. I'm sorry. We're talking about
this is the point of my topic. This is literally the point
of my topics. So we also have Utah. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, we had the Utah hockey team last year. That sounds better than.
So
I mean, I guess it's supposed to be like, let's go Utah.
The Utes.
Not like. Yeah, actually, I think it is Utes.
Let's go,
so we also have like a part of Hot Topics called Take It or Leave It. Okay. So I'll pose the first one for y'all. Ace knows the answer to this one, of course. Take it or leave it. The state of Florida is a hockey state.
Yes.
Take it.
There we go. Yeah.
After you finish,
I'll go with it.
I will add this: the Lightning lost 2 of their front office guys and the terrorist known as Jeff Blashill this offseason. So I think the Lightning are going to be back in the Stanley Cup next year. Y'all heard it here. I mean, that terrorist man, that man was here in 2014. They got first round swept. He left. They went to the Stanley Cup in 2015. Then he came. He was gone. They won back to back. He came back after they lost the Stanley Cup to Colorado, and they got first round exits every year since.
Yeah.
What's their name? True.
Which one? The guy who left or the Lightning?
Yeah. The Lightning. What city is this?
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Tampa Lightning.
Okay, no, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Tampa Bay Lightning. Okay, they should be winning because that's a good name. That's a good name.
I just like how once y'all figure out the names go good, the team is actually good.
Yeah,
that's
should
the
be
thing.
good.
That's
Do you know who the mascot is though? His name
They got
is
to go to
Thunderbug.
mascot man.
What's his
Thunderbug.
mascot?
It's called his name's
Thunderbug.
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 Yeah.
That's why they can't get it right. That's why they can't get past it. Thunderbug, like a bug or
hey,
a bug.
they got 3 rings, man, and they went to 3 straight finals.
Why not just be a lightning bolt?
They got put out. Yeah, didn't they get put out the first round? Didn't you say the first round of the final?
First round
basically
for the
saying
last.
that it's a guy that was in the front office that was basically bringing the bad.
No, the assistant coach.
Assistant coach
was a bad juju.
Was bad juju.
He was in charge of the defensive system, and the defensive system was terrible.
Yeah, it was
Also, Thunderbug. He's also
respect my boy Thunderbug.
It's a horrible name.
I mean, it's better than the Rays. The Rays have like 3 different mascots. They have Raymond, they've got Stinger, and they've got DJ Kitty. The Rays have
those are great. Those are all great. Those are all great.
And yet the Rays can't pay anybody, and they all stink.
Jesus. All right, let's go to the next hot topic. You see, like I'm. It's like good cop, bad cop. Like, I'm the one that's good, and he'll just tear it all down in one swing, just knock it all down, all of it.
I'm the bulldozer of the show. He's like that nice, soothing presence. I'm the chainsaw, basically, or the bulldozer, whatever you want to call it. It's like,
all right,
tear it all down. I don't care.
Take it or leave it. The Steelers would have more success with Kirk Cousins than Aaron Rodgers.
Ass and ass.
Leave it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They're gonna be the same level of trash.
The same level, yeah. They're both ancient.
Ooh, this is a good one. I asked this one to Allison. So for
both
of y'all, I'm gonna bring this
back.
Mike Norvell will win 7+ games.
Leave it.
Shoot. I keep leaving it again. Leave it again.
Leave it.
Man.
No. Get it out of here.
I got a hot take, but I'm gonna tell you behind, not on camera. But I told Ashley on Sunday, I got a hot take about Mike Norvell and FSU.
Okay.
But anyway, I gotta tell you.
Holy crap. OKC's up 26-9 right now. Oh man, we gotta watch those sorry dudes in the finals. Oh yeah.
OKC is up over the
It's gonna be OKC.
The Thunder is going. Yes. And the Pacers, yes. And I got OKC winning it.
It's amazing to us, like how like our friend Chad was the only one to pick out of all of us that picked these 2 games. He was the only one to pick the finals correctly. He was the only one. It was.
Wait, what?
Did you see this finals coming? Like, you know, a lot of times you try to judge based off of last season or maybe trades and rosters. Could anybody see this coming?
Based off the trade,
this is literally the worst finals I think I've seen in the last 10 years.
Is it the players or is it the team?
OKC. Oh my god, I cannot stand watching OKC basketball. First and foremost, it is like literally the worst brand of basketball to watch. Jalen Williams is one of the worst players ever. Like, he's not marketable at all. And on the Pacers side, the Pacers are 100% using. Like, I don't mind Siakam on the Pacers. I don't mind Nesmith. I don't mind Nembhard. Halliburton annoys me when I watch him, but he's good, so it's all right. But they 100% use black magic. Indiana basketball. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Indiana plays a good brand of basketball. They play defense
Do y'all
hard.
see the theme with Frank? Can y'all see the recurring theme with this Indiana's everything for him?
Oh, I just picked up on it. He got Indiana football going all the way. He got Frank.
Hey, so Frank, how we saying about the Colts being 0 wins? Okay, we got bots on Twitch. Ignore that.
That's interesting.
That's a new one. New top worst comment.
Oh, so you all do a stream? Okay, y'all stream. Fever went up.
Fever went it too. Oh my god, get out of here first.
Wow.
But I'll say this though: if it is Indiana OKC, I hope Indiana wins it. Indiana deserves that ring after the Reggie Miller days, I guess.
Yeah, they never won one with Reggie Miller. Yeah, they like Kobe, Michael Jordan, Kobe. Like a lot of people kept them from getting rings.
As long as Shea doesn't win that ring, and then I have to hear people say he's better than KD and Russ all time for Thunder because he won MVP in the finals the same year. Yeah, as long as that doesn't happen, we're good.
Oh my god,
Mr. Free Throw Man.
So he's not completely delusional. Okay. Great.
I've seen us Colts on winning it this year.
Yeah, if he would have said that, come on now.
I thought that was gonna be it. I thought he was gonna say that.
I thought he was too.
I feel like the Pacers, like, they always get stopped by, even in these recent years, like LeBron and has always seemed to.
Like the Paul George years.
This is the year, like all the superstars are out. First of all, they're too old at this point.
Yeah.
But this is a chance for one of them to like take it because next year somebody's going to figure it out, and now it's time for the Pacers to win because otherwise they never get out of the East.
Hey, if Orlando gets a shooter, they're dog walking Indiana because Suggs and Anthony Black own Tyrese Halliburton. Look up Tyrese Halliburton's stats against the Magic when Jalen Suggs and Anthony Black play him. He is terrible. And Paulo owns them. So as long as the Magic get a shooter, so they can actually not end up the 7th seed and also not be hurt the whole year because
But the Magic serious about the Magic. They're unserious about basketball though. If we're being honest.
No, Ace, tell them about your theory of the Magic getting Steph Curry.
I had that theory. Oh no, that's because they own a house in Orlando. They bought a house last year in Orlando. Nah, but the Magic. If you want to hear my other theory, that's any sports team that's sponsored by a medical institution is cursed with injuries. I am this serious. Look it up.
Wait,
the Magic with admin help. You got the New Orleans Pelicans and New Orleans Saints with Ochsner Sports Health. Ochsner Health, not Sports Health, but yeah. And we already know about those two teams. And if you look at some other teams, it's the same thing.
Wow.
This is actually pretty crazy. This is a very crazy / true stat.
Jordan, Shaq, and Kobe, and
look, that's what I'm saying. The
that's
sad. Knock them out every time. They never can get back to something like this.
That's jacked up. This is their only year. This is the year.
Yeah. See, even he knows it. Paul owns them, man. The man dropped 50 and then tore his oblique like literally 2 games later. I was like, are you really kidding me? And then Franz tore it like 3 games later. Same thing. I'm like, bruh, that's cursed.
Also, here's another crazy stat for y'all.
Oh no, the Knicks ain't coming back.
Oh yeah,
no.
Yeah,
I mean, three down in the series like this. Both of those teams that are down in the series, I think it's over for both of them. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe win one more game. Maybe.
Who the Knicks?
But I mean, right now, it look like they're not going to win tonight.
Yeah, I don't see them winning another game.
Yeah, I could have told. Once I saw Minnesota be going up against OKC, I was like, yeah, Julius Randle's going to be a no-show. And once that happens, Minnesota ain't winning squat because they're going to just walk in on Ant, and it's wraps. Ant needs a bona fide 2, just like how Jokic kind of needs a bona fide 2. And we saw Shams was talking about it yesterday. It's going to be a wild offseason. And a lot of superstars are going to be up for trade, like Jaylen Brown, KD, Zion, Giannis. They're all going to be up on trades. So Minnesota, Denver, I can see teams like them making moves like that. Steph might be traded too because if he doesn't believe Golden State's going to win a ring, he can say, I'm out. Because his contract's almost done too.
You said you think Steph might get traded?
I think he might ask out. I don't think he will. Like, Golden State won't willingly trade him. He will have to go to ownership and say, can I get a trade?
Really?
That's interesting. So I think because they did do that. They did that to Cleveland too. Frank's right. Wow. That's pretty crazy. All right. So
I'll say this is the first Indiana playoff series where they actually play a healthy team. Because the other series that they've played in the last 2 years, like a major player has been hurt.
All right, so let me ask y'all this first. Based off of all these names of all these hockey teams, if you had to go to Fanatics or go to the mall tomorrow and buy a jersey, which team are you buying?
You had to pull up like all the names.
There we go. Okay, hey, there we go.
That's the only
aren't the which one is in Sunrise? My team. It's the Panthers, right?
That's the Florida Panthers.
They have that little turquoise color, right?
They have red and green. They have like a red and brown.
Yeah, it's like a red.
In South Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
They used to have blue. You're not wrong. They used to have a blue.
That's what I thought. When I was a little girl, I felt like
when like they used to like this was like I want to say like late 2000s they had a blue in their uniform, but now they switched fully on this red brown looking color scheme. Red, brown, yellow is a new color scheme. But you were right. They did have a blue.
Here we go.
JP's
definitely not the Carolina Hurricanes. Definitely not.
I'm gonna go with the Lightning just because I feel like they wait. Do they have the Thunderbugs on their jersey, or do they have a lightning bolt?
There's the blue. Yeah,
it's a lightning bolt.
It's like a lightning bolt.
The lightning jersey.
Who is that tiger right there?
Oh, right here.
That's their mascot.
Yeah, that's
their old uniform.
I like the tiger.
That's their old uniform.
I remembered. Yes, that's what I remember.
Yeah, that one actually is pretty tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll go with the lightning bolt.
You going with the?
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a photo.
Now these are the other Lightning jerseys here. This is their like, because everybody knows about Gasparilla. This is like their Gasparilla uniform. And then this is like this is actually the one that I own. And then
I think I'm changing my mind. Next. No, I changed my mind.
I don't like them.
They really are not the lightning bolt well. Like, that
the Panthers was the best. That could have been way better. It's giving Sheen. It looked like Sheen.
It's also the Stadium Series uniform too.
Oh, it's kind of blurry. I don't know why.
What about which one is the Ducks?
Oh, the Duck.
Anaheim Ducks is this one.
Anaheim Ducks. Theirs is nice. I like theirs. Let me see that one again.
The Mighty Ducks.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't Disney make a movie about that?
Yes, the Mighty Ducks. But everybody.
Hold on, let me find a better photo.
Hold on.
Anaheim Ducks, because I think I like this. I think I'm gonna go
in the world of merch, college, pros, like hockey jerseys are.
Oh yeah.
Pretty popular too.
They are.
They're nice. I have one, a FAMU one. We have no FAMU hockey team, but I have a hockey jersey. It's so nice.
Wait a minute. Wait, are they those Marching 100 ones that?
No, it was one. I forgot who made it. I forgot. I think it was AL Collection. But it's so nice. He has all swag.
They made a hockey. They've been making the soccer jerseys lately.
Oh my god, it's so nice. It's really nice.
Where's
the Duck?
I like the Indian.
The Duck. Oh, it's right there. It's the one next to the Arizona Coyotes one and the Oilers one. It's right there at the top row.
Okay.
Oh, this is old. They don't exist anymore. They got replaced by Utah.
Yeah, the Arizona Coyotes don't exist anymore because of the Utah Mammoth.
Oh, wait. These jerseys are out of date because this is from 2017. Jeez. I think that's the date. My bad.
Look at me looking
like
a
recent one.
I'm like,
hey, I mean, look, whichever one's gonna be your next purchase and stuff, because I have yet to put my name on the back of like my Lightning jersey, but it's pretty cozy because I mean, when you wear them to hockey games, like those games they're super cold.
Yeah, it's cold. Yeah.
So
can you put the names up so we can pick based off the names? Ace asked us to pick based off the names. We know where we're not going. Don't worry about Carolina Lightning because we're not going with them. No, Carolina Hurricanes.
So Panthers. What was the other one? Ducks. You said you didn't like the Lightning, right? Because of the jersey.
No, the Lightning was okay.
Like the Lightning.
We didn't like the Hurricane.
We don't like the jersey, but we do like the name.
Okay. Lightning.
We don't like the Carolina Hurricanes. That's just stupid.
What about the Nashville Predators?
They could change their colors to black and purple. They should
Nashville Predators.
Nashville Predators. It's giving XFL football.
Yeah. It is.
It's giving. It's very much giving arena ball. It doesn't it feel like arena ball? The Predators. That's what it feels like to me. Arena ball.
Let's see. I'm trying to think now. What's another one? What is another one? Let me see. Trying to think.
Hold on. Here's a list of the teams and the logos.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Florida
I don't know why the Dallas Stars image aren't loading, but it's an actual just green star.
Bruins.
I would say
Boston
I like the
Bruins.
Boston. Okay, I like Boston.
That goes great.
Okay.
Islanders? Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Is that
They're
a
on
Toronto
Long
Magic?
Island.
Is that a Toronto Maple Leaf? Okay.
Maple Leafs.
Toronto.
Are these all the
Dallas
teams?
Stars. St.
1,
Louis
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These are not all the teams. Where's all the teams? Let's see.
I was gonna say because Ottawa's up there.
All right, here's some of them. I'll have to scroll for the rest.
That's fine. No, we can pick from here.
This is fine. We'll pick it. We'll pick from these.
Oh, the Philadelphia Flyers. I like either the Boston Bruins or the I'm going with the Philadelphia Flyers or the Boston Bruins.
Yeah, I like that. I like that logo on the hat too. The Philadelphia.
Me too.
Logo.
That Philadelphia one. Yeah.
There's all the teams here. If you can see it.
I had a friend of mine in school that was a huge Flyers fan.
Chicago what?
Chicago
Blackhawks.
Okay.
There's like there's a historical meaning behind their logo.
Yeah, that's not bad though. It's way better than the Nookers.
What's the Dallas? The Dallas Stars?
The what is
Canucks.
it? The Vancouver
Canucks.
Oh,
I called them the Nookers.
I was like, wait a minute, whoa! I knew
we said it was derogatory.
I was about to be like, wait a minute. I told y'all no filter, but dang. Hold up. I was about to say, I was like, woo, it got out of here real quick. Whoa.
And then the Port Rhine. Which one? What's the Port Rhine's team?
The Cracklins.
The which one?
The Cracklins.
Seattle Kraken.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Port Rhine.
Be the Port Rhine. The Seattle Port Rhine.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, the NHL fans
y'all
out here
have
gonna
a hard
kill
time baptizing us into this hockey world.
Seattle Port Rhine.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the Seattle Kraken. I mean,
they're a pretty new team. They came out in 22.
Yeah, them and Vegas came in about the same time.
Vegas came out in 2017. Seattle came out in 23.
I'm sorry to the NHL fans. I'm just joking.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Don't
hit me with your hockey stick.
We aren't that bad on sports, okay?
Don't hit me with your hockey stick.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. This is how
this is hilarious.
New sports to people. This is how you do it. But yeah, I mean, this is all.
These names are kind of crappy. I ain't gonna lie.
They are. They really are, and some of them have been around for
years.
Yeah, since the sport first started with the original 6.
Like the Rangers, Canadians, Maple Leafs, Bruins, Red Wings.
I remember those.
Yeah, I remember the Red Wings.
Those are like the original 6 teams, and somebody else. I'm forgetting.
Utah Hockey Club. No, they changed to the Mammoths.
Pittsburgh might be one of the original ones.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Utah Mammoths
are.
I
don't know if you were on yet, but had you ever heard of the Tallahassee Tiger Sharks?
Oh, he wasn't on yet.
The hockey team. Tallahassee had a hockey team.
Yeah, it was like a different league. It was like I think on the same.
Oh,
level.
You know what? I think I know what you're talking about. I think that might be an ECHL team.
Okay. I remember the Tiger Sharks growing up.
I'm gonna check it, but I'm pretty sure
I thought the Tiger Sharks was a good
Tiger Sharks.
Yeah, because I mean
why 2 animals? Oh, it's a tiger shark.
A tiger shark.
Yeah.
There's no beach in Tallahassee, friend.
Isn't there a beach like south of Tallahassee?
I mean, it's not. It's close, but it's not. I mean, it's still like an hour.
The closest beach.
The closest might be like Carabelle?
No, Destin.
Jackson. Oh,
no,
yeah.
I think Carabelle is closer, but it's not really popular. Like just past Wakulla, I believe.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's what I've been seeing on the map.
But I will tell you this: I'm not the person for locations and directions, so don't take my word for it.
In that water.
Probably.
Or is it like a?
No, it's a real. It's a real beach. It's a real beach. Mm-hmm. Carabel, St. George Island. Y'all never heard of St. George Island?
Rings a bell, but I've never.
I mean, it's very
St.
much
George
like
Island.
it's St. George Island. Yeah,
That's not by Georgia.
St. George Island. It's
No, but it's like by the other side. No, that's not St. George Island. That's a different one.
Those are closer from a time, to get there, closer than like Destin. But Destin is like the closest.
No, I'm thinking there's an island over by Georgia and Florida border. I'm thinking about wrong name though. Don't worry.
I don't know.
I don't know that.
It's on the Georgia side.
All right.
I look that up.
All right, so I got one last take it or leave it for y'all before we get out of here for the evening. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. An unknown QB will win FAMU's starting quarterback spot.
Take it.
Taking that as well.
I don't know any of them very well yet, so yeah, it's gonna be a take it no matter what.
Nobody.
If we're being honest, they're all unknown right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, all we know is it's a guy with 2 arms, 2 legs, and a face, and 2 eyes.
Yeah, I was right. They were an ECHL team. The Tallahassee Tiger Sharks, they were an ECHL team. They don't exist anymore, but they were one.
Panthers are starting their comeback. It's 1-2.
Great.
But on a serious note, Tashay, Ashley, thank you so much for joining us. Where can people find y'all on social media?
Well, we have Fang Exchange, which you can find us just simply at Fang Exchange on Facebook, Instagram, X, also known as Twitter. We are there, as well as what we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
As far as social media is concerned, Fang Exchange, the word Fang and the word exchange, put it together, Fang Exchange.
Gotcha.
That's where you can find us.
Are y'all on Instagram as well too?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the same name and spelling Instagram as well as Facebook.
Nice. Okay.
Keep up with all things FAMU sports.
Subscribe to
YouTube as well. Yes.
Yeah.
So on YouTube,
definitely.
we do. That's where we get. Jay Peeps comes on here and there, and hangs out with us when we do our live shows on YouTube. So Fang Exchange YouTube channel. You can on Thursdays you can subscribe, turn on the notification, like the channel, like the pages, comment even, and you can catch us there when we're talking all things FAMU, athletics, sports.
Definitely. So yeah, all 25 of y'all watching on X. I know some of y'all already subscribed to that channel already, but if you're not, go to YouTube, go subscribe to their channel, like their videos. The 2 of you watching on YouTube tonight, go check it out. Even that one person on Twitch, every week you are here. This is 9 episodes strong so far now. Go over to YouTube and go subscribe to their channel. They put
also Yeah. Y'all don't have a Twitter or nothing?
They do.
Yep, same thing.
Yeah, same one. Okay, make sure y'all follow them too.
Yeah, Ace.
Shout out Frank. Shout out Troy White. Shout out James Colsey Glasses. Shout out Ashton. And I get everybody. Yeah, shout out all y'all in the comment section tonight.
Yeah, hey, Ace. They're the ones that sell the wine that we got to get. Not the wine. The vodka.
The vodka. Yes.
Social House. That's
Social House.
Go to socialhousevodka.com and support the NIL efforts of Fang Exchange that support for the A&M athletes.
I'm telling you, after this basketball season and everything is over, I know Ace is gonna need some Social House.
You're gonna need some, Ace. We got something for you.
Hey, look, what is it? One, you get 3, you get 6, you get 12 of them, Ace. You'll be good to go for the entire Saints season.
Yep.
Listen, I don't even drink, and I might need a case for football season. Man.
Oh, Jesus.
We should have had some for baseball. They just sent us up and through that.
Literally, they did. Anyway, thank you for having us.
Of course, anytime.
Y'all folks,
enjoy it. Thank you, guys.